The number of humans on our planet has grown tremendously from 1 billion in 1800 to over 8 billion in 2022. A true population explosion. While the Earth's population grew, so did our mass consumption society. The primary greenhouse gas emitted by human activities, such as carbon dioxide, CO2, has grown as well. The increased concentrations of greenhouse gases in our atmosphere cause the long-term increase of our Earth temperatures, also referred to as global warming. In healthcare, we experienced also a significant growth in number of patients and medical devices. After the Second World War, we faced a huge global economic development with great technological improvements. These improvements were also implemented in the field of medical devices. Surgical instruments improved. Endoscopes were fitted with 4K chips. Energy devices with complex designs were introduced and robotic surgery platforms entered the market. Medical devices made out of more different mixed materials, replacing reusable devices with single-use products. The hunger for plastics and steel grew as all products have to be manufactured in ever-increasing volumes, with more mixed materials and rare earth metals. The introduction of single-use medical devices, the so-called disposables, in combination with mixed materials, propelled waste streams from hospitals. Where high-income hospitals used instruments for many years, they now dispose high-valued instruments after every surgical procedure. In 2015, world leaders from all over the world gathered in Paris, and there they made historic agreements to combat climate change. The leaders agreed to do everything to limit global warming to 2 degrees. On 12 December 2015, an international treaty was signed by 196 parties in Paris to limit the global warming below 2 degrees Celsius and preferably below 1.5 degrees Celsius. The agreement has been in effect since 2016. The European Union has its climate law since 2020. And this law obliges all European countries to be climate neutral by 2050. The law also sets the intermediate target of reducing net greenhouse gas emissions by at least 55% by 2030 compared to 1990 levels. In this context, the European Green Deal is the EU program to combat climate change in line with the climate law. With this Green Deal, Europe must reduce CO2 emissions by 55% in 2030. In 2050, Europe aims to be the first climate-neutral continent. In order to achieve our decarbonization objectives, emissions must be reduced in all sectors, from industry and energy to transport, farming, and healthcare. In the Netherlands, a Green Deal for healthcare was introduced in 2015. To make people healthier, hospitals use and consume a lot of energy, food, and materials. Healthcare in many high-income countries are responsible for 6 to 7% of all CO2 emissions and for a considerable amount of waste. This makes healthcare one of the most polluting sectors. The Green Deal healthcare contains agreements to make the healthcare sector more sustainable by reducing CO2 emissions. The healthcare sector could reduce carbon emissions that occur in the global production chain of medical goods and pharmaceuticals by applying green procurement strategies. suppliers, and healthcare organizations have a responsibility to introduce green strategies. In terms of their impact on people and the climate, they have a corporate social responsibility to help to achieve the ambitions as set out in the Green Deal.